Have you ever noticed that sometimes the least qualified person in the room sounds the most confident, or that people respond to them as though they're more confident and they're more qualified? These people often will interrupt, they'll speak loudly and boldly, they act like they belong, and suddenly everyone treats them like an authority. Here's the truth. That's not intelligence, and that's not executive presence. Executive presence is different. It's a skill. It's not a personality. It's not charisma. It's not being loud. Executive presence is a set of behaviors that leaders use to signal, I am a leader, before you even speak. Today, I'm going to show you 7 behaviors that instantly command respect in meetings, leadership conversations, and in the boardroom. And once you see this, you'll never unsee them. So, before you begin, I need you to understand something really important. Executive presence is not about pretending to be somebody else. It's about communicating your value clearly, confidently, and strategically. Let's start. The first signal of all about executive presence is posture. When leaders walk into the room, their body communicates before they say a word. What weak posture signals is uncertainty, apologizing for taking up space, lack of authority. For instance, shoulders go forward, head goes down. There's small gestures, or they sit collapsed in a chair. Leadership posture communicates something different. It communicates, I belong here. I'm confident in my ideas. I'm comfortable leading. Practice this. Shoulders relaxed and open. Chin level. If you're virtually, making sure that you're looking at the camera, not down, but at the camera, and of course, always having good lighting. Slow, deliberate movements. Now, you might be somebody that uses their hands a lot. I use my hands a lot, but I don't use them like this. We have to use them importantly, making sure we're making a point with clarity. And they're sitting upright at the table. So make sure you're sitting upright. Use slow, deliberate movements that mean something. Your chin level is up and your shoulders are relaxed and open. Now, these small physical shifts create huge perception shifts. Presence begins with the body. And I want to say something about women. One of the things that's really important is that we don't shrink at the table. We don't shrink when we're at a board meeting. We won't shrink when we're at a meeting. We are fully open and we're taking space. Critically important that you own the space and even maybe roach on other sides. Use your space by spreading your shoulders out. The second is your authority, your voice authority. Most brilliant women weaken their authority without even realizing. Here are some common habits that weak authority shows. Speaking too fast. They're talking like this, really fast. Oh, I used to do that. I'm in New York. I used to talk too fast. Ending statements like questions. This uptick doesn't show your voice authority. Apologizing before speaking. I'm sorry to interrupt. I'm so sorry, but I think that you have a different perspective. Excuse me, can I just say something? Over explaining. Let me tell you this. Now, let me tell you a version of this. Let me tell you another version of this. Just explain it succinctly once. Examples might be instead of saying, I'm sorry, maybe we could consider, say, I recommend we consider. Authority is not loudness. Authority is clarity and certainty. Practice these voice habits. Speak slightly slower. Lower the pitch at the end of sentences instead of bringing it up. Eliminate filler words. Ah. You know what I mean? Pause between key ideas. Think of it as bullet points. Say your statement, pause. Say your statement, pause. Confidence in the voice creates credibility instantly. Number 3, brevity. The third behavior is brevity. Leaders don't speak more than is needed. They speak less, but with clarity, more clarity. When people feel nervous, they often over explain, justify every detail, talk too long. Executive leaders who have presence do the opposite. They deliver their ideas in clear, concise statements. An example, instead of when I was thinking maybe one of the options we might explore is try here are two options. Make it simple. Or my recommendation is this. Brevity signals clarity, confidence, strategic thinking. And if you want to sound more powerful in meetings, start by cutting your sentences in half. Now, this takes practice, it doesn't happen overnight. Strategic silence. Oh, this is one of the most powerful leadership behaviors. It works not only in small meetings, but if you're speaking on stage. Strategic silence matters. Confident leaders are comfortable with pauses. They don't rush to fill the space. Silence communicates thoughtfulness, emotional control, authority. Watch strong, confident leaders in meetings. They often pause after someone speaks. They're thinking. They pause before responding. They're thinking. They allow others to finish completely. They're not going to the end of whatever anybody's saying. They're waiting for the person to complete. Pause so they can think. When you pause before speaking, people naturally turn their attention towards you. Practice this. After someone finishes speaking, pause 2 seconds. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi. Then respond. Those 2 seconds will transform how people experience your leadership. There used to be an ad that said, when so and so speaks, everyone listens. When you speak, you want people to listen. Your presence signals are subtle behaviors that communicate leadership, and they include eye contact, looking eye to eye, stillness, listening, intentional gestures. High presence leaders do not fidget constantly at all. They stay very calm and are very grounded. Some really strong presence signals are steady eye contact when speaking to somebody or speaking to a group. They look at each member of the group. Nodding when listening. Not with sounds, just, or they really are concentrating on what you're saying. They have controlled gestures, just like I did. They're intently focused on you. They might move forward so they can show you I'm listening. They always have calm breathing. People trust leaders who look comfortable in their own space. Presence isn't about performance, it's about grounded confidence. Another powerful behavior is owning your ideas clearly. Many talented women unintentionally dilute their authority by saying, I'm not sure, but this might be wrong. Just a thought. Instead, here's what I recommend. My perspective is the data suggests you don't need to sound perfect. Hey, you've heard me through this program. Not perfect, but I know I'm powerful and I have presence. You need to sound clear. And authority grows when you stand behind your thoughts. You have to know how to stand behind your thoughts. So say them clearly and sit back. Let the music be heard. Your music, your power. The final behavior is calm leadership energy. When pressure rises, and it does in all kinds of situations, true leaders, great leaders, slow down. How? They breathe. They take deep breaths, calm them down. They stay grounded. Sometimes they'll take their hands, put them like this in a corner, and press their fingers on a table. When you press your fingers, when you hold it like this, put it on the table, and you press down just with your fingers, your shoulders relax, and the tension or the stress goes into the table and not stay in your body. They speak deliberately. Calm energy tells the room the situation is manageable. We are going to find the solution. The solution is here. Emotional control is one of the strongest signals of executive presence. People trust a leader who remains steady when everyone else is reacting in chaos. Remember, executive presence is not about pretending. It's about owning the leadership you already have. Remember the 7 behaviors. 1, leadership posture. 2, voice authority. 3, brevity. 4, strategic silence. 5, presence signals. 6, calming ideas or claiming your ideas. 7, calm energy. Practice these behaviors and you'll notice something powerful. People will begin to listen to you differently because leadership presence changes how your ideas are received. If you're a woman in leadership or business and you want to grow your influence, subscribe to this channel because this channel is dedicated to helping you be seen, be heard, and lead with power. And remember, you always have the power. Now it's time to show it.